The Monty and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite four-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
It's like you want your art. Why do you feel that is the way you guys think? I'm trying to what the art becomes more important than the money, or is it that you get all the money first and then you have the availability to make the art?
Maybe I can turn this art into a shit ton of money. But
right.
I think when you have a passion for something, and most of the guys you probably talk to are guys that came up following a dream as opposed to people that, got into the system from another means. And not to say they don't have passion, but their passion wasn't ingrained at such a young age where it stuck with them for the entirety of their life, where they had to follow it or their life would have been a failure. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. So when you have that, it becomes important.
So you're trying to say maybe so we have some of the older guys in like a Tommy Rich or that type of thing. They got into the industry and then, were probably more about the money, where you were more in love with the whole idea of being a wrestler and being able to perform and do certain things. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I think the storytelling is what attracted me. And the physicality and, the larger-than-life personas. Granted, having money and being able to take care of a family off of it is quite a caveat and definitely an inspiration. But I don't think I was driven to be rich via wrestling. If I wanted to be rich, I would have thrown a baseball faster.
Oh,
right.
There we go. There's a big dividing line, especially on the internet with the wrestling fans. What do you think's more important? Because it seems like, the anti-Vince McMahon people, they're all wrestling. However, your it factor and your entertainment factor are, to me, what sealed your deal. So what is more important in your mind, the wrestling itself or the entertainment?
What draws the most attention and the most people into the building and brings about the best course of business, and what tells the best story. The best story is what matters. And sometimes in the pursuit of high caliber wrestling, in a way, you lose the storytelling aspect and the personalities and why they're there and why they're fighting for what they're there for. And as long as that wrestling between people with it factor and things of that nature that can carry the story as realistic and physical and has context, I love physical realistic wrestling over wrestling that's play fighting and dancing and shit like that. And is that good wrestling? But then again, people are allowed to like what they like.
True.
And you got to give them a bit of everything.
For sure.
So
all right.
As far as a divide, I don't know why we're divided. I don't know why we can't say, well, I really like a great story told, with two epic characters that confront, fucking WrestleMania 17. My favorite match is Rock Austin, Type 1 alpha male versus Type 1 alpha male. Two guys legitimately competing for the top spot.
Sure.
But working together. And they did 6 moves, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But you watch them punch each other and the way they moved in the ring and the back and forth. Until you're in a ring, you don't realize the art and beauty of making something look real as opposed to being able to do something. So yeah, you can flip and land on your feet and that's cool, but it doesn't look realistic.
Right.
Austin swinging a back elbow, dude, he just took his head off. I don't know. That's what intrigues me the most, but you're allowed to like what you like.
So then what you're saying right now, hey, look, you have this availability to make something look believable. It's this great art. So then it does have to affect you at some point if someone says, oh, shit. And I'm not saying anyone said anything, but, oh, your matches are the shits.
Yeah. I mean, no, nothing affects me. Nobody on this planet could say anything about about me, to me, that is worse than things I've said to myself, you know? So...
And you've had Kurt Angle approve of you, so I really wouldn't give a
at the
shit.
same time,
After that, I wouldn't give a shit what anybody thinks.
Stinger's out
I
there
suck,
says,
okay, but you still paid $40 for an autograph.
There you go. There you go.
Thanks.
There you go.
Yeah.
Stinger's out there says, Kevin Nash always said, if you're not in it for the money, then you're the biggest mark. What do you think of that?
I don't disagree. Kevin made a hell of, Kevin's super smart.
Genius.
Man, too.
Genius.
Say the quote again, if you're not in it for the money.
He says, if you're not in it for the money, then you are the biggest mark.
I'm in it for the money, don't get me wrong, but it's not the most motivating thing.
Gotcha. So that's
So
what
if you're going to tell me you're going to make $1 million this year and you're going to be fucking miserable, or you're going to make $850,000 this year, but you've created something that has employed 7 people and you've done all this work and it's going to build, and you invested equity in this, so it's actually going to come up and you're going to make more money down the road, I'll take the $850.
Gotcha.
You know? So Kevin's not wrong.
Well, we're out of time. I want to thank you again.
My pleasure.
You are quite the intelligent man. We're going to hit you with something called the Pharaoh's Final Question.
Pharaoh's final question.
Pharaoh's Final Question. It could be off script, whatever he's got to say. I don't know what he's going to
What,
ask
how
you.
often he goes to the bathroom? Not as much as me.
That's clear.
That's for
but
shit
anyway,
sure.
Go ahead.
All right. What would you have changed? Being a huge fan of EC3, obviously I've already said this, but what would you have changed possibly when you got to WWE
I would have
after?
kicked fucking Vince's door down and said, listen here, motherfucker. You ain't got nobody who talks like me. You have nobody who looks like me.
No.
This fucking place sucks. Your show sucks. This fucking writing's garbage. What are we doing? Listen, you want to fucking make money? Put the fucking ball in my hand. We'll make money. You don't want to? Fucking fire me. I don't care. I don't need this shit. I don't want to live like this anymore. Fuck you. Bye.